Hey folks, John from BotaTrac here, and if you saw my last video, the video where I show an easier way to connect a belly mower to a Kubota BX tractor, you got a pretty good look at these shoes I've been wearing for the last few years. These are Columbias, they were waterproof, they serve me well, but it's time to get a new pair of shoes to wear every day. Now that I've had my knees replaced, I can probably wear a heavier work boot now without too much complication. So yesterday I went out and went down to my local Tractor Supply. Got a new pair of boots. I really like these boots. I like the idea that they're slip-on and a steel toe, and they're all leather at the bottom with Gore-Tex on top. So I wore them all day today to make sure that they fit okay and they didn't hurt my feet. Everything went well. So before I put these things into service, I want to show you guys how I prep my boots to get them ready. And I use Huberd's shoe grease on them. It helps to condition the leather and keep the leather from cracking, and it also enhances the waterproof properties in these. So I've been using it for maybe 30 years. When I first started using it, this stuff was like $12 a can. It wasn't very expensive for a 1-pound can. Just bought a can on Amazon just before I got the boots, and it's $25 delivered on Prime. So I don't make any money for recommending this. It's just a good product. I want you guys to know about it. So if you never used this before, maybe you'll try it and maybe you'll like it. So let's get the top off this can and get started. Okay, so just a regular screwdriver kind of opens this up, and if it's the first time that you've opened the lid to the can is pretty sticky. So we're going to take the screwdriver here, and it kind of looks like soldering flux, and it should be a little more milky than this once it's all stirred up. So we're going to get down to the bottom here and get this stirred up to mix all the chemicals in here. This is basically pine tar and beeswax with a couple other little additives in it, but like I said, I've been using this for a while and it works real good. So we'll get it prepped up and we'll get them on the boots, and I'll show you how I use a heat gun to get these soaked in a little bit. So I just go ahead and use my hands to rub all the grease on it. Pay a little extra attention to get down where the sole meets the bottom of the leather, and be pretty thorough with it. I usually get about a finger's width on the nylon that's here, and I put it on a little on the heavy side to get started. Let's get the second boot here, and we'll get this going. It smells a little bit like a wood stove. If you have a wood stove, that's what it reminds me of. I kind of like that smell, obviously. So I just rub it in, and then like I said, make sure you get right around that bead there where the sole is put onto the leather. And then with both of these here, I just give it a good rub down here, and we'll take the top and get it out of the way. Wipe the excess off with a rag. And then this is something that I do. You really should, if you don't have a heat gun, let this stuff sit for about 24 hours. But I'm in a little bit of a hurry, and I've always done it this way. I just take the heat gun here. I have a Milwaukee heat gun, and by turning it on, I can heat up the leather a little bit and let it soak in. Okay folks, so I'm done with the heat gun. What the heat does is it really kind of liquefies this beeswax and pine tar, and it lets it run right into all the crevices of the leather and the cordura, especially around that area where the bead of the sole meets the leather, and it just lets it kind of soak in. So it's 6 o'clock right now. I'm going to take these boots and put them in the furnace room. I go to bed at midnight, and just before midnight I'll go pull these boots out, do this process one more time, and they're going to be ready to go, and I'll put them into service tomorrow. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, hit that bell so you get notifications every time I cut a new video. I want to thank you guys for all your support. Good luck and Godspeed. BotaTrac out. That just shut off. And when I get ready to go to bed, hit the bell too. I forget to tell people to hit the bell a lot, but